Hello everybody, this is Ben85. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 22. And boy, I have been digging for a very long time, it feels like. Oh, not just feels like, I have been. I think I put on almost 10 hours on the save file right now doing this stuff. Look at that. Perfect width for this. I think this is the last field I'm going to be able to dig right now. To be honest, it takes a very long time digging these up. I've been picking rocks, and it is April 1st, and we need to start getting crops in the ground as soon as possible. We've got rain in the forecast for later today, but right now it's gorgeous. If you're wondering where I'm at, I am up here, running a field through up here. So I added this field in here, extended these two fields, got this field in here, and I've been working on this one. I may end up pushing this one a little bit further to the south here, but it's gonna be close. And this stuff all needs to get cleaned up or have something done with it. Unfortunately, there's cliffs there, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to do anything with that. Starting to dig hard. Unless I run out of fuel on this thing. That guy I'm gonna have to stop here pretty soon because he's catching up with where I'm working, and well, he works faster than me and he's got a wider path, so I'm gonna have to shut him down at some point here. But I'm gonna finish up digging. I've got some trees to get rid of here still. I kind of get rid of trees as I go. That's been the best option for what I'm doing here, I think. And then we're gonna start getting some stuff in the ground. So I'll see you guys when this work is all done. Alright, well, if we're gonna get anything planted, we should probably get ourselves, I'm guessing, some pallets of stuff here, right? Or do they have... I think this is what I would prefer. Silage additives too. Ooh. Yeah, I would much rather have this. I'm gonna buy like 2 pallets of that. Then we've got solid fertilizer here. We'll buy like 2 pallets of those. And then we're also gonna need ourselves, let's see here. There we go, skid steer loaders. Pallet forks. Because if we come here, I've got the skid steer over here. I figured we could haul stuff back with this, right? Skid steer is probably going to be the easiest thing for us to load stuff up with. Come on. There we go, just like that. The cool part is, I mean, we can go... I guess we could load it up from the side, but I was going to say if we had to, we could just load it up from the backside, just drive right up on it. There we go. We can put the other one next to it, and then put the seed, and then put this guy up there, and we'll be good to go. So I'll meet you guys back over by the planters. Alright, let's see about filling this guy up. Look at that. Pulls it right off the pallet. Oh, we're not, we don't have enough for the other planter. I'm gonna have to go get some more. I was gonna say, you can't see the other pallet? There we go. Well, we're full on seed at least. I don't know if this tractor's gonna be strong enough for this guy. Let's see here. Some of the things, well, one of the first things I want to plant here, because I want to see what it's like. So we're gonna switch to sorghum. I want to plant some sorghum right away. This is a normal feeder, or seeder for us, that we've used in the past. I'm hoping everything plays nice here. Alright, so we gotta turn it on. And drop her down. I'm gonna hire a worker. Now, it looks like we're definitely getting a seed bed of some sort here. We'll see if he's got enough horsepower here to do this work. Looks like it. Alright, so he should get that planted. Yep, he's starting to put sorghum in. So we'll have that field. We got to get some corn in at some point. Do want to go to here and I want to see. So we got sunflowers we could plant, soybeans, sugar beet, cotton, I'm not really, canola. So corn, sunflowers. So the other thing we got to look at here is wheat, barley, and canola have to be planted in the fall. So we can't plant them right now. But we could put corn and sunflowers. Cotton would have had to have been planted already too. And of course we got the new ones, the grapes and the olives, which we will get into at some point here. So I think this guy's going to be planting sunflowers to begin with. And we just got to figure out where we want to put them. We're just going to plant a bunch of stuff. But this guy's low on fuel too. I'm going to finish out that pallet so we at least have an empty trailer. And then I'll head back, get some more stuff. See if we can get this guy close enough to fill. Oh, he's almost full just off of that. But we will need some fertilizer for this guy. So let me go run some stuff. And probably should get a tank or something so that we can bring fuel back too. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't remember if I showed this before. But this is how this planter works. You have a front attachment point. Hopefully I don't get a planter coming to get me here. And then you got a side attachment point, like so. This is the important one. Let's see, it's not available while lowered. So now we got the planter sitting like this. And now we're actually able to plant with it. So, let's see, I wanted to do sunflowers. I think the plan's going to be we're going to start across here, and then there's going to be a section that doesn't get planted over there, but we can finish that up when we're done. Drop her down. So they plant pretty darn fast. Now if I get out, I'm going to get run over. Oh, look at that. It's different than what the other one looks like. Actually, it looks wet too. He went way down into the water. It's because it doesn't know the water's there. That might have been from where I stopped it here. But that's okay. Seems to be planting pretty well here. I'm wondering if the corn looks different than this. I mean, it's the same planter, so it shouldn't look different, but it might. Let's see, this one over here, obviously it looks like it's going this direction because I ran the rock picker in that direction. Seems to be doing okay up there. Yeah, this one looks more like a drill would look. It's got some fertilizer in there. Some spots here it looks like it's already been fertilized. Possibly. It says weeds are growing. Needs lime, needs rolling. Oh yeah, we never limed anything. We may have to go get lime for our spreader, but I gotta get stuff planted. Like, that's where I'm at in this. I mean, we're getting late. We're in April, May. We have to get the corn and soybeans planted in May. So we're gonna get the fields that we can get planted here now. Should probably see here. This guy's doing okay on everything. Seed's actually going down faster than the fertilizer, which kind of surprises me. AI seems to be working pretty well. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to keep planting here, and I guess we'll see how things go. There's this part here where technically it wasn't what I want to say, it wasn't cultivated. You kind of see that up here. Definitely bumpy. Yeah, right there. So I have a feeling it's not going to plant anything there. Yep, it didn't. Now my question is, I didn't want to get in the way again. Did it call that planted? See, I had to get a second load, and I left the skid loader over there because, well, we'll probably have to go back again. Not a big deal. Yep, he's just going to keep going. No, it didn't. I don't think so. Doesn't actually specify it, because like right here it doesn't, shows that there's nothing planted there, so. I'm also, oh, I haven't gotten fuel over here yet either. I'm gonna have to get some fuel over here, definitely. I guess it is actually putting, it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't count when you're turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is putting 12 marks on there, which it should. 'Cause this is a 12-row planter, right? 3, 6, yep, 12 rows. May not line up perfectly right now with the actual units, the planting units, but it actually is there. I'm impressed. Alright, let me keep working here. Well, as far as I can tell, our next thing that we should be doing is utilizing this roller. That should help to prep the seed bed and improve our yield, as far as I can tell. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this guy across here like this. You should make quick work of it. Doesn't exactly take that long to roll it. We get out over here. Ridges should be pretty nice. This was actually something that we would do sometimes, at least in the oats fields. So now you see here it doesn't say it needs rolling, where this does. So this is improved. So like here we have, well, I guess a yield bonus of 58. Over here you can see we got a yield bonus of more. It's like 70 some range. we're definitely getting up there. 100% would be the greatest yield bonus. I don't think we're going to do a lot with the weeds this time around. This guy over here is putting in some oats. So the plan, if we go to the map, we got sorghum on these 2 fields. We've got sunflowers here. We're going to put oats on here because oats we can grow across the season, whereas winter wheat or wheat and barley we have to do over the winter. So we weren't ready for that. I'm going to put corn on these 2 fields here, and then soybeans up here, because soybeans is always a good crop for us, and I think I want to utilize them up here. Corn is going to be close by, so if we want to start chopping corn in preparation for putting cows or something in, which I think we want to do, we'll have that option. Now we still have, if you look at here, we've still got this, and this area, plus this field here, or this area here. There's a lot of field space there. We've also got this one here where there's a lot of space, and we've got, of course, some here that we could utilize. So some of those fields, what I'll do is through the summer here, I'll prep some of those so that we can put in the winter wheat or the barley and use that for our winter crop, basically. At least that's going to be the plan here. So this guy's chugging along. Looks really funky up in there. I'm not sure why the edge of the field looks like that, because if you look here, it's pretty well straight. So if we get to here, we've got needs rolling, and we've got a lot of them that need lime. So lime is going to be something that we need to do something with, unfortunately. If we take that away, there's a bunch of it here that's actually like fully fertilized. Let's take this away. Yeah, we may not have to fertilize anything because it looks like a lot of this was ready to go fertilized. And I think that has to do with when I dug it. I think the grass and stuff went into the soil and fertilized it. So that's something that should work out pretty good for us. So we won't have to go back through with fertilizer, we just gotta lime it. And we should have a pretty good yield bonus for this year, which makes me happy. So let me keep rolling here, and then we gotta get fuel too. So let's see how far we get here, and I gotta look into the fuel thing. Actually, I'll keep you guys along here. I'm gonna see what changes here when I get close enough. 'Cause something up here doesn't look right. It fades in like really well. The vision. I'm curious to see how the crops look as you come in. So yeah, there it faded out, like it doesn't show all the weird spots. If we go in here, so we have this one, which is a 12-meter one. This is twice the width. So that's a big roller. 24, but there's also, what is it, grassland here? There's also one here. That one's only 6, so that one's much smaller. That one also has something, oh, you can seed on it too. Interesting. There's the little roller. And that's a grassland cedar, it looks like. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna keep rolling here. Get it? Rolling. Alright, pro tip. If you're gonna be a YouTuber, make sure you hit the record button when you want to record and not press the record button for the first time when you mean to stop recording, because otherwise it doesn't record, and then you lose your recording because you didn't record what you wanted to record. Is that a record number of records in one little bit? Anyways, what I'm getting at, I picked up this trailer here and didn't record it properly, so ta-da, it's here. Oh, it is what it is. Sometimes I'm not the brightest. I will admit it. I gotta put one more field of oats in here. There's a deer running right there. Got a lot of fields to roll. But the last field here that you know what, I'm gonna do something here too. The gap between the fields was too close over there, and I ended up planting oats on the field next to it. So we're gonna have to take care of that. I figured the easiest way to do that is to just plant in a little headland here, right? Yeah, we'll go right about there. This tractor is definitely like the bare minimum of horsepower requirements, because it struggles a little bit. But then again, this planter does cultivate at the same time, so it's bound to happen. Gonna make it up the hill. I hadn't finished extending this field yet, so it isn't any further up than it was before. But that's okay. Well, I guess it actually can't go any further up this way. It's down there where it bends off that it would be an issue. Alright, there we go. You go have some fun. Let's try something here. So this is our Discaro, and this is not supposed to bring up rocks. We know the cultivator will. This guy's not supposed to. So if I run this through, and you can see where the places are that got planted. Because it's definitely a little darker texture. Oh yeah, look at that. It is not bringing up any rocks at all. And it's actually pretty quick too. Got a little bit different of a texture too, doesn't it? Yeah, that nice smooth look, which it should. Discaros are much better for prepping ground for planting versus like well, this is not really a cultivator, I should say. We used a rock picker. You can see here I wanted to show this stuff on the ground. The chaff is still there, and if you go here, you can see it planted through it, but it's still on the ground, which it should be. That's 100% what it should do. It doesn't just magically disappear into the ground when you run it through. I mean, you actually got to dig it into the ground, so it's kind of cool that that is actually 100% showing as it should. Oh yeah. Discaro for the win. It's even got a little darker texture to it. So that's really cool. They definitely improved how things work in the ground. Like, there's not just one set of textures. There is a lot of textures involved. And that's the way it should be. So I can definitely appreciate that. I'm curious to see how things progress as we do different things to the ground, and as we harvest stuff. I'm very curious. So I'm gonna have to switch over here to the roller again and start rolling fields, and I guess the These two here are going to be oats, and then, like I said, these two corn, these two soybeans. I will do that when May hits, because those are more of a May planting type deal. And then, I guess once that's all said and done, we've got some fields that we need to dig up for the future. We discussed that a little bit earlier in the episode. And then we also got, I want to do some more hay. I actually want to switch to, I think a big square baler is something we're going to utilize. We've got the skid loader, which will be good for loading bales onto that trailer. We could get an auto load trailer, but I don't think we need to. And plus, we're gonna have to have some of that stuff for. Oh, I should probably hook up the hoses too, huh? Oh, there we go. We're gonna need some bales if we're gonna start getting into animals, which I would like to. And I think I should mention, I don't think I actually talked about it properly. So I did mention a little bit about, we used a roller, we used something called a pulvomulcher actually. We ran it through before the planter. And you probably could. Some people did use it afterwards. The reason we used it, our cultivator, and I would have to go over here to discuss this. So this cultivator here, you know, it's got the tines, that's what we had. This has also got disc gangs here, disc blades, and it's got the mulcher on the back. The mulcher breaks up and the clumps of dirt. That's what it's designed for. Oh, it's just got lights coming. Wires for the lights. I thought it was hoses coming back, like you can't hook anything to the back of here. But anyways, yeah, it breaks up the soil clumps and makes it easier to promote a seed bed, because obviously when it comes to seeds germinating, you need the most seed to soil contact possible. That's what promotes good germination, basically. And so here with your Discaro, you've got these guys which are going to break stuff up, and then the tines will smooth everything out. So we would run it. It had a roller in the front, and then it had tines in the middle that you could kind of dig up stuff to help smooth things out, and then it would have a second roller in the back that would finish and smooth everything out. So it was really good for breaking up those clumps, because our cultivator did not have anything for breaking it up. It just had the tines, the sweeps as they called it, for digging ground. Like I said, sometimes on certain grounds we would run the mulcher back through but not use the tines after planting, if it was a case where we needed there was like ridges in the ground. If you're using the drill, and then if you're going to use back over here not the corn head, this head right here. So these heads are designed to go really low to the ground when you're taking beans off, just because the beans can grow really close to the ground. So if you got ridges of dirt, this can start picking up dirt, and that's not a good thing to have happen. We also use it sometimes. We really want things smooth for our hay crops, because obviously if you're coming back through and cutting hay, you want the ground to be pretty level. So that's kind of what we were getting into, what we were doing. Worked really well. But I think it's time for me to wrap things up here, so hopefully we can have some more discussions like that as we continue on, and I enjoy those discussions. And I'm excited to see what this game has to offer us as we continue working through our little map here. I'm impressed. Like, you figure we got this little bit. We've got some pretty good fields, some pretty good plots here, and we definitely got some potential as things go on, such as making longer fields here and That'll actually be one of the big things we'll do. Although it's kind of nice to have this little small field. We may end up making like one big field here, and that'll be for winter wheat. And then I don't think we have 18. No, we don't. We've also got field space down here and big field here. So we'll see how things go. With that, guys, thank you all for watching. Until next time, as always, take it easy.